Hello, everybody, and welcome to a live reaction from MinnMax. MinnMax is a place about games, friends, getting better. I am Ben Hansen. Call me by that name. And I'm joined by Kyle Hilliard.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Kyle.
Call me by Kyle Hilliard. I guess we have to establish that.
We need to be very clear. This is a new stream from CD Projekt Red, Kyle. It's one of their classic Red streams because they have news about Cyberpunk 2077, yes?
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah, which you sort of dropped on me yesterday, and I was like, ooh, I'm actually excited to see what that is. I want to stream this thing.
Yeah, so I feel pot committed. I feel, and I know this isn't a healthy or popular place to be, but I'm rooting for Cyberpunk 2077. After we did the deepest dive on it, which is our huge community game club, you can find it on MinnMax's YouTube channel. It is the best, most thorough discussion about that game possible. We talked about it for hours and hours and hours and hours. It was a very fun chat. So please check out the deepest dive on Cyberpunk 2077, especially if there's a new version to play. You can play along with it. It's evergreen. Anyways, Kyle, but ever since we did that huge game club, I feel like I'm rooting for the developers. Obviously, management still really blew it, releasing the game in the state that it was in. No forgiveness there. But like, there was so much interesting content in the game that I didn't see other websites talk about. It was all just a lot of like, you know, talking about the fact that it was a broken mess when it released. I think I saw one tweet, Kyle, that was from GameSpot about like, hey, who did you pick for your romance partner in Cyberpunk? I think that was the only major site ever talking about the content within the game. Am I nuts?
Yeah. No, you're not wrong at all. I mean, I didn't see any. I mean, there were reviews, obviously, so the reviewers sort of discussed that, but like, all anyone focused on was the botched launch, which I think is fair to focus on that. I don't think it's incorrect or anything, but like, there is a lot to talk about in the content of the game that's good, that I really liked a lot.
Some of, I would argue, you know, I fought for it in our Moments of the Year debate for the MinnMax Awards at the end of last year, which was confusing, but there's a moment in this game that is still like one of my favorite moments of the last 5 years of gaming, like that Sinnerman quest, I think is so sweet. Hello, Jalen Brooks. Hello, everybody. On
my personal top 10 for 2020, I had it on my list. Like I'm a weird, like, reverse. I'm like the rare fan that like didn't really like Witcher, wasn't excited for Cyberpunk,
right?
But then played it and got really into it and finished it. Like I don't think there's many like me.
Now look, here's the thing, Kyle. We only have 20 seconds to get through this. I feel like that fits a theme for you, where you like to be the underdog, you like to be a little bit of the media hipster, you like to be like, my brother and I watched Nightmare Before Christmas before anybody else ever talked about it. And I feel like that's applying to Cyberpunk here, where you're like, I played through this game when everybody else was bagging on it, and it's good.
I don't think that's unfair, but you're an underdog supporter too.
That's true.
Give it up for that. Waluigi was your favorite character until you met Dan Reichardt.
That's true. Also, I was all in on Bengals for that Super Bowl. I was wearing my full Bengals garb. They let me down. Okay, here we go, everybody. Let us know what the volume is as standard operating procedure.
Night City.
Captured on PlayStation 5. Ooh, we're looking at 60 frames, Kyle.
Oh, worth mentioning, I did pop my Cyberpunk disc into my Xbox last night. It seemed to be downloading some kind of update.
Okay, yeah, people in the chat are saying that they got an update already rolling on their current gen stuff. Also, Kyle, I realized I forgot to share the screen with you. That seems like a crucial component, but you got it.
I've got it pulled up. Yeah,
okay,
if you wanted to stick with that.
Yeah, that sounds easier.
V, got a guy I need gone.
Remember this game?
Used to be iron for hire.
Yeah.
Still acts like it. But the eddies are worth the
I'm just
risk,
very curious
trust me.
how they're going to message this.
more intel,
You know, they
check
had
the
these
attachment.
series of streams before the launch, and they were
Thanks.
king and queen of hype. And now I wonder if there's going to be like an apology. I just want to know their corporate tone. I'm very curious about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be like no beating around the bush, right? Just like, hey, it's out now.
Yeah.
These
play
things
it.
like you
I
just
guess.
get in for free.
You got VIP rooms here? You know, for private shindigs?
Reserved for the boss and co.
Think he could use a little more company? Hmm?
Don't try to play me. Either I see eddies or your ass is walking.
Just chill, alright?
People in the chat are
Here.
hoping for DLC announcements.
I would like that, yeah.
The sad thing is, oh, go ahead.
I saved a handful of side missions to do when this version came out, but I would love more content too. I'm trying to figure out where they are in the game at this point.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. Is like this game has a fair amount of content. And it's to the point of like, I don't even remember if I've seen this. Probably not.
Yeah.
They probably want to show something newish here. Because you played it on what? PS4?
I played on Xbox One. Series X.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Which might be why I had a mostly pleasant experience with it. It's because I was playing on the next-gen console.
Right. I played on PC, and I had a mostly pleasant experience.
Sweet Jesus. You hear that? Do you hear what they're playing?
Each to their own, Johnny.
That's what peeps with bad taste always say. Don't know what he did to deserve what's coming, but his music taste is reason enough to drop it.
Speaking of hipsters.
Yeah, no kidding. People are saying this looks like new content.
Yeah, this does not seem familiar to me. I mean,
Yeah,
you certainly go into a lot of clubs and do assassinations, but but I don't remember this one specifically.
Music in here is god awful.
Ooh, now this is Series S.
I like
That's a good catch there.
Beat keeps me awake.
Oh, interesting.
Want to have a word with your boss, Ian?
Oh, you're out of luck. He doesn't really like to talk.
I don't care if he likes to talk. I asked you if he was here.
Sure, he's upstairs in the VIP room.
I'm a Biggie Boy says those are all new outfits as well.
Oh, okay. Do you think the character that we're gonna meet is gonna be like Alex Winter or something? Like some other celebrity?
Guarantee it.
Whoever we're going to kill. Or have a conversation with. I don't know what's
going. VIP areas for VIPs.
No, the boss, we're tight.
Boss knows a lot of peeps.
Like those muscles
Sure as
just
shit
busting.
ain't tight with a single one.
Go
Yeah,
rock
but-
climbing on her arms.
But boss said to let nobody in. Wants some alone time. So cut the act.
Turn around, shit gets ugly.
I was like in these demos where the people playing really move slowly. they don't. Where I'm just like zip, 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 zip.
Right. What's the next objective marker? Okay, cool. Good game. Got it.
How quickly can I press the sprint button? Okay, are these new?
They must be. They must be.
And there's certainly a lot of room to add new abilities and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. We'll all be damned. Yeah, I like just opening with the gameplay. No apology, no messaging.
Who the fuck
yet.
are you? How'd you get in here?
Quiet down, or I'll have to
All right,
cut
Series
our
X
convo
now,
short.
it says.
Oh, I
How
get
weird
it.
that it's
Got a
switched.
bounty
Yeah.
on my head, have I? Who hired you?
Oh, it started with PS5. It said, right?
Asukaga?
Bottom?
Or was it that wanker, Dino?
Sit down, Jack. I'm extending a fucking courtesy here. The fact that you're still alive means I'm open to parley.
Parlez-vous, go fuck yourself. Chit-chats for assholes.
Chit-chats for
So let's
assholes,
get it over
Kyle.
and
I've
done
always
with.
said it.
You versus me. Come on.
That's why
Say
you
you
started a
win.
podcast?
Say you put
That's
me out
right.
of commission.
Leave
You
us
think
a
your
review on
problems will
iTunes.
just vanish into thin air? You crawled under a lot of people's skin. Said so yourself. Militech,
He's getting kicked through that window,
Asukaga,
right?
Oh,
Dino.
absolutely.
They won't stop till your head falls at their feet.
So what? I'm supposed to blow my fucking brains out?
Oi.
No. All you have to do is leave Night City. I'll tell him you took lead between the
Neil
eyes
Smith
and
says
none
this
will be
was
the
in the
wiser.
original game.
You can
It's an
start over.
inconvenient killer.
A brand new
Interesting.
life.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah? Start with what?
I think I did
Everything
this.
I got
Yeah,
here.
I
did.
My club,
been a while
staff,
now.
my girls.
And everyone who wants you dead. This isn't a multiple fucking choice. You're living on borrowed time.
Shit. Motherfucking bleed me. Cunt asshole.
Was
There it is.
that a yes or a no?
They said it.
Just
Kyle's
piss off.
catchphrase.
Tell
The
me
line.
The job's done.
Of course you're not going to kick him through the window, Kyle. Don't be dumb.
I don't know why I even suggested that.
Jay Thomas says, what if they reveal this as PS4 footage? That would be the most confusing messaging of all time.
Come on, get away from me!
Ben Picone says, can't wait to see the captured on Switch version. I mean, I wouldn't rule out like a cloud Switch version at some point, but they did port Witcher 3 there, you know? It's not,
Yeah.
it was designed for the same console as The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a surprisingly like light on action showcase
Yeah, yeah.
for the game.
Is that action, Kyle?
That counts,
You
man.
salivating yet?
It's no kicking through a window. But
Wow, what is?
I see you were following.
Big heavy steps. Apparently GameSpot's stream was laggy and choppy. Well, thank you, Justin. Thanks for swinging by. We appreciate it. Enjoy the fiber of Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Are you really on fiber?
I think so.
Think so?
I don't know. It's not a big blinking light in my house.
Well, you have to sign up for internet service.
Yeah, it was a while ago. I know this is how you see the world, is just with your Terminator vision. All you can see is numbers everywhere, Kyle.
So they're remote hacking people through the security cameras, which is neat.
Did you see much do you see much like pessimism about this announcement, Kyle? Or are people at the point where they're eager to kind of forgive CD Projekt Red?
I mean, mostly I just didn't really see much about it at all, which it sort of reflects like not optimism or pessimism, just like people forgot about the game.
Right. It does.
Like you told me about it. I wasn't aware of it.
Weird.
It was when you told me that I was like, oh, cool. I bet that means next gen version, which I've been excited for.
Yeah. It does feel like a weird time travel rabbit hole here to be like, oh yeah, Cyberpunk 2077. Let's watch some gameplay of this and get hyped with people online. This was our year back then. Tondo says no bugs and glitches yet, which is good. Boy, that certainly helps. Certainly helps.
I mean, they might throw one in for just nostalgia's sake, you know?
Right, have some people drop in once they get back out on the street. Well, honestly, ooh, hang on. I was gonna say, well, honestly, they're not really showing the open world much, but maybe now here's their chance to prove it.
This is what I wanted to see, really. Is like, how does the
boy Dino needs a drink. Later, V.
Totally.
Man, I always drove in third person. I can never do first person.
It's a bit much.
Oh, actually, well, you can't really on the cars, right? That's why I always drove motorcycles. Now I really.
Is that right?
So I could be wrong about that.
Okay.
Right, good luck.
Oh.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Red Streams 2.
Hello.
What you just saw was the first look at gameplay from next-gen consoles of Cyberpunk 2077, and if you would like to see some more, you can head to our YouTube channel soon to watch the whole gameplay from the next-gen consoles.
Head to your console.
We will be talking to you today
now.
about patch 1.5 and next-gen update.
Yes, finally!
Yeah. But before we get into it, let's maybe introduce ourselves. So my name is Alicia, I'm a community manager. With me is Amelia, who's a senior community manager, and she's gonna be playing the game for us today.
Like pre-release, they had what, Holly Bennett, was that her name? Like do like the big show, and now it's like, now we're just down to like community managers from CD Projekt Red. Like
and Paweł Sasko, the quest director.
Yes, so
just the shuffling of people is interesting.
Is what I'm trying to say. Connection, but I'm really happy and excited to show you guys what we have in store.
Yes, and we have a lot of surprises prepared. So first of all, we're gonna be talking about patch 1.5 that is coming to all of the platforms that Cyberpunk is available at.
Exactly.
And it also brings the next-gen update for PS5 and Xbox Series S and X.
Excellent.
As well as a few free DLCs on top of that.
All right.
Yes, and we will basically walk through those.
Yes. So
Red 8 says Holly did work for CD Projekt Red, though. That's right. That's right.
And features that
but
you
no idea
will
if she
see
still does.
in this stream are coming to all of the available platforms. But the next-gen upgrade obviously concerns the next-gen platforms. Anyway, maybe we should just jump in and show you the changes that we prepared.
Okay. Do it.
Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. So as you guys see, like we heard online a lot of feedback regarding the perks, right? And everything surrounding that. So one of the works that we've been doing to actually completely redo it, rethink it, and look back and think exactly like how we can actually do it better. And there's a ton of stuff that changed.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, we completely reworked our perk trees. But the first thing you should notice here is that all of perks point are unassigned. And player, if you continue your playthrough on this patch, you are able to redistribute them once more. because our changes were so vast that we have to get all perks back to the player.
Okay, so when I load my save game, basically I need to go back and redistribute. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And basic idea behind our changes in trees, in perks, was to rebalance the game, the combat in game, to make it more fair. And
that's what I like to hear, Kyle.
As well as get rid of some not that useful perks we got. For example, this infamous perk about preventing detection underwater. So
so that was my favorite one. I was always using it. So
unfortunately, you were the only one.
I was the only one that was using it. Okay.
As always.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll find a new favorite.
Yeah. So we scrap them and add some new that we find more interesting.
Okay. So I expect like that I can now basically make my like dildo build really effective, right? That's basically what you're going to tell me, Philip.
Yes. We make sure that your dildo build will be
really cracking himself up over dildos. I think his mind has shattered. He's been working on this game for 10 years.
Examples can we show our viewers
He's
now?
just like, didn't we release this already?
For example, in cool perk trees, we've got ninjutsu instead of stealth. And here is the perk Dagger Dealer, and it reintroduced our throwing knife combat loop, but we will elaborate on this later. And this in this tree we've got this perk about being detected underwater, blah blah blah. But now you have looking sharp perk that enhances throwing knives, basically.
Looking sharp. Okay.
Yep.
We will check it out.
And here we have Cold Blood perk tree, as you can see. And this is a perk Blood Swell. Previously, it gains only immunities for the player, like immunity for burning, poison, etc. And now we gave you a new ability to survive final blow. So if you think about it, you can build around that different playstyle, let's say. We encourage you to play more aggressive, to play fast, not to use covers. So it's opportunity to you to play like that.
Kyle, the guy.
So basically, like now I can, as a player, I can really like try completely different playstyle, so to say, right? Like just play in a different way, basically, with these changes.
Exactly, and I gave you only a few examples of our changes, but there's a lot more there. And I encourage you to check them, try them.
I mean, definitely, guys, when you put up the game after 1.5,
you see that weird transition
remember to check out the perks, check out what we changed, what we,
it's like all pivoted at the same time in a weird way.
Rebalanced.
We got a bug, Kyle. He was right there. You saw it.
Redistribute all your perks because otherwise you
could
get one shot.
Looks like there's like fewer people on the street. I don't know if I'm just.
Okay, you were mentioning the throwing knives, and I think it's the time.
Exactly.
To
Still a child walking around by themselves.
Yep. So I'm gonna equip one of those.
So basically, we make sure that you will no longer lose your knife once thrown. And
okay, so how does it work?
You actually had to use your knife.
It works like a boomerang, let's say, because once you throw a knife, it gets back to you. And
okay, so it's like a classic cyber knife. I get it.
Okay, so this little circle in the middle shows.
It's like a boomerang. Throw it, then run over there and pick it up.
It's a cooldown for coming back.
So you do have to go.
And it's different regardless of depending on rarity of the knife.
You caught it.
So if you got legendary knife, it will come back faster.
Yeah. I had no idea. Okay, this is really awesome. Cool. And this UI element, basically, that is appearing now at the center, right after throwing the knife.
Yeah, it shows you. It shows you when it get back. But
yeah, it's a timer, basically, right?
It's a timer, yeah. But you can approach the knife you throw and get it back. So it is this part that encourages you to play fast.
I see. So I don't have to like wait for a knife to be back. I can just approach it and grab it, right? Okay.
And
really nice.
If you combine perks from ninjutsu with cold blood, you can do it without harm, basically.
Okay, I think Amelia found some more dudes.
Boom, headshot.
Yeah, but actually we were speaking about the knife throwing, but there are also
Boom,
a lot
headshot
of changes
reference, Gaia.
to the combat AI of NPCs in general. So would you guys like to elaborate
Exactly.
on that?
Yeah. There's a lot of changes that makes
God, that old
AI
comedy
in
video
combat
from like
more
2005.
Enemies react better to player actions. They find covers more effectively. They exit them if we are flanking them. So it's hard to show examples here on our stream, but if you try the game, you will feel that there's a lot of changes in quality.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I really want to, like, in this point, like, just give a lot of credit to our gameplay team, because they did a ton of small changes here to basically make the NPCs be more clever, be more effective during combat, and we really like encourage you to just give it a shot, try it out, you know, see what actually now NPCs can do, and you know how fluid the combat feels now.
Okay,
City still looks
good.
amazing.
And I think those guys left some bikes, you know, and nobody's here. I think
you wanna grab it or something?
Yeah, I wanna take this
one, the yellow one.
Take this one. Yellow?
Yellow,
okay,
please.
Let's take the yellow.
You like a
yellow
like a hornet.
We like yellow.
Yeah, exactly.
Once I unlocked that sort of Akira-inspired bike, I just used it
We've got
for the rest of the game. Never, never got a single other vehicle.
And no one judged you. Everybody did the same.
It's a basically
totally.
small
Why
add-on,
wouldn't we?
so to say.
Just put more Akira bikes in there. That's all we want.
That, Amelia? How did you like enable that?
So I pretty much pressed left stick on the controller, but if you play on your keyboard, you pretty much just press E and they will be on.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So
okay, cool.
In cars, E is for toggling lights, and on bikes you turn your neon rims on. Yeah, and it's a
we can do something more. I see with our.
Wait, I haven't seen that before.
It's time to talk a little bit about driving model, because in 1.5 patch there is a lot of changes about driving model in our game.
New gen
we can
patch.
see what Amelia can do now.
Yeah, so here you can
the knives
see
are boomerangs now, and you can do a brake
model,
stand.
But you can.
I want to see what the physics
more
look like,
easily,
because the physics are really weird with
a
driving.
little
Like if you go off a jump or something, it kind of falls apart.
It
Right,
works.
and I can do it on the cars and the motorcycles, right?
Yeah, every changes are about bikes and cars as well. So
Okay, you mentioned cars, and I have to check it out.
yeah, and the driving model generally is more predictable. The vehicles feel a little bit heavier. We make braking better. We simulate ABS, for example. Also,
Always
there's
be simulating.
opportunity to perform drifts
That's
when
what
you
that stands
take
for,
the
yeah.
corners.
Exactly, and I feel like the suspension also feels better in the cars right now in 1.5.
Exactly, and suspension was added to the traffic cars as well, so you can observe that they moving on the suspension. But
Okay, that's
what I like
Don't
the
look
most
at that.
is that each model
Just
car
a little
and bike
funkiness.
feels a little bit different.
But that's like, I don't know, that's okay. Right? Like the sort of city stuff where weird stuff happens, that's fine.
They're still gonna have some jank, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone didn't like my car and just crashed it.
This is definitely something for the community to try out for themselves and check out like which car would be their favorite, which would feel the best.
They haven't said if the patch is available now. I don't believe, but it seems to be
called a lot of vehicles, and
seems to be implied.
they landed in different places, so they don't.
Well, they said like you can go to
at
YouTube
one
to see
place
more,
right now
which to
anymore.
me,
Yeah, I mean, so
like it's not
we
quite
know
out
that
yet.
it was a bug,
Hope not.
right? Like we know that it was a bug that needs addressing, and of course, you know, we took care of it, so finally it works properly right now.
Yeah, everybody says the
But
updates
I'm
are
also
happening
seeing
now
more
on their
changes,
consoles.
Actually, right now.
Okay,
when
well that's
Amelia's
awesome.
driving.
Yeah.
I guess that'll be their ending.
one of the
First
probably, right?
One of the
Also.
major improvement is that is visibility in first-person perspective when we're driving a car. So
Yeah.
we
God,
tweak
driving through
them
that city
and
still look. I mean,
now you
look,
can
maybe
see
it
the
just looks
road
even
in
better
each
than it
model.
did. It's always looked good.
So you
but this
can
looks
enjoy
great. Like this is what I wanted to
first-person
see.
view when
Totally.
driving
What is
and enjoy
driving
these
through the
beautiful
city like now?
dashboards
Because that was
that
like
I
Exactly.
really,
Yeah,
really
that's the
like.
sort of mind-blowing part.
Yeah,
of the
I
game.
remember.
Yeah.
I think the Villa Fort was like particularly bad before.
Yeah.
That like I couldn't see shit from the car. I also was like so low that I felt like my ass is like brushing the asphalt, literally.
Yeah.
So,
Literally.
so I'm glad that actually like I can now enjoy it in first person, because before it was kind of challenging to
Ooh,
drive.
there you go. There you go, Kyle.
And it was a pity because this car was a reward from one of the mission, and now you can feel it in 100%.
And yeah, and we can do the burnout, as we can see, do the donut as well in the cars, right?
Oh, I definitely need to try it once the patch is live, because this looks freaking amazing. I wouldn't be able to do it in real life, but here,
Maybe
you should try. You should try.
it's safer this way to not do it in real life.
Maybe one day.
I will show you later.
Okay. You need to talk to the dudes.
I hate
by
these
my window,
cliffhangers, Kyle.
because
Is she
we
gonna
do
try it in real life or
exactly
not?
that, in Warsaw. So, hey,
Follow her on Twitter.
that unfortunately happens. But we have also done more changes, when it comes to the crowds and traffic in general, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the AI.
We make the city more
We're filing out.
Let's say that. For example, we introduced aggressive crowds. Crowds that can react to your action, your aggressive action. And here you can see that one of the crowd starts shooting at you because you point gun at the crowd.
They actually aggroed some of the normal
bouncers.
Of the bouncers.
Yeah, it's impressive they're playing this live. That does take a lot of faith, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. Like, just it brings up a bit more reactivity and life to the city. The fact that like
this is pre-recorded,
some
or do you think
of the
they're
crowds, some of the people are actually armed,
I would
and
guess.
they may decide to actually attack you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
at
It's
the
probably
moment when you
pre-recorded,
when
right?
you, like,
But I mean, I
threaten
think they were playing it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot of
You can
editing
see
or
that
anything.
animation of running is more smooth, let's say. Running crowds no longer on stream when you turn camera away.
Yeah, like they don't disappear. They don't despawn basically when you like make a 360. Basically, this is what you.
Look, the game was bad before. We were scared to admit it, but
the other way from you once we went.
It is interesting to hear like all those things that they would never probably openly
and
admit.
also we introduced changes in
were
crowds,
sort of shortcomings that they didn't have time to fix. They're now. Well, now you can do that. Now that stuff is there.
Okay, so let's look at what happens to the traffic then.
We call it panic driving, and basically we do the same as with crowds. So drivers can react to players' actions. They can drive away from the player if you are aggressive towards them.
Yeah, that's an example of just like simply gang attacking us and following us.
Yeah.
But
okay, I need more cars, guys. I need more cars.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so I think we can showcase something else, right? Like our cycle. Oh, you can't skip time because you're in combat. Yeah, you need to get away.
Let's go.
No, you need to kill everyone in the city. I'm sorry.
Kill them all.
You're aggro.
You ever run into that? Like you need to save. It's like at the end of a long night session. It's like, well, I just got to kill everyone so I can activate
when you cycle
for the
through
fast girl.
through the time, which I think Amelia actually can do right now.
Yes.
Is that the crowds will actually change. And here you have one of our quality of life improvements.
Yeah, we redesigned the UI of the skip time mechanic, so you can now more clearly see which time you will be skipping to.
Huh.
And you don't have to do the math.
You just did like
which
6 hours or something.
Which hour
is that what it
will
was?
be when
Okay,
you
yeah.
skip,
I don't remember that really being
6
annoying.
hours.
Yeah, I don't remember having to use
Yeah,
that.
so I see that we skipped time to like the middle of the day, and now the streets are actually more full than they were during the night.
Yeah. Crowds and traffic is reloaded.
Oh wow, this bye just drove over that guy.
There's a child.
I hope he's okay.
Stop the game! There's a child.
Would you have called just before
There's always children walking around by themselves. It's weird.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can see this guy exactly like because we have started shooting, he decided fuck this shit. I'm moving away from here.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried, but I can see that they even crashed a little bit. So
The drivers can crash into obstacles and, for example, lose consciousness in front of the wheel. So
the cars can crash into themselves. The crash can actually, I think, like drive over pedestrians as well. That also happens.
Why does she keep shooting the ground like that? Am I missing something?
Oh yeah, here you have an
I
example.
think she's
of,
just
like,
trying
that,
to show that the cars, the people driving, like react to being shot at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Amelia.
I think this guy is
Oh yeah, he probably lost consciousness there.
Yeah.
Okay, Amelia, do you think maybe we've had enough of like mayhem in the middle of the city?
Did we? Okay, I think it's... Whoa!
Oh, that's one of the examples actually when like during the panic driving they can actually drive on the pavement and drive on the pavement when, and of course, you know, they can drive through the, you know, lampposts and all that stuff when they try to get away from you. And you can also like, I think what Philip mentioned that you can also like follow them and basically see, you know,
Nice.
what those drivers do.
Okay, so but I see Amelia has opened the map to like find her way home, and we actually have a couple of changes on the map, like some new colors were added.
Yeah, so there's actually
new colors,
lots of
Hanson.
like smaller quality improvements here that contribute to this picture. So first of all, of course, you know, the map in general was refreshed. The icons were replaced. Now you actually very clearly see the side content from the main content.
Yeah, so the side content is now this this greenish hue, and the main quest, main gigs are still the yellow ones. So you can clearly see which ones are which.
Yeah, so basically
the sounds of those
color
menus that weird like
is from the fixers.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's just ingrained in my brain.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I did
And
play
you can
50
see
hours
here-
of that game.
And you can
didn't
see
I?
here, like basically undiscovered gigs are just gigs. This is basically boosting a bit of a sense of a discovery for you as a player. Okay, what it is. Before you could basically kind of tell, you know, what it is. Now before you actually discover it, you don't know. But there is actually more.
Yeah,
that we
speaking
have
of fixers, right? Now
Yeah.
as we see Dino, he has the counter of the gigs that can be completed for him, and besides that, we don't also get all of the gigs at once from the fixers.
Seems like
so
chat's
we
turning
need to
on
earn
him.
some
They're
standing
like, yeah,
by
it's
completing
good.
some gigs for them
Just let us play
before
it now.
they can give us more.
I mean,
of
I kind of
those.
feel the same.
Exactly.
Like,
That
I don't know.
basically in general, like contributes to this overall feeling.
I'd
of
rather just see
me
them
as a player,
sort of
like
driving
SV
around
in a
and talking
mercenary
about this
Night
stuff.
City, actually progressing. You know, when I'm actually like gaining the street cred and
Gigs is what they're
experience in the
saying,
city,
everybody.
doing the gigs
Gigs.
and whatnot. I'm gaining that
As in a
standing,
geek
as you can
economy.
See, basically that reputation with a certain fixer. And basically more jobs, more interesting jobs actually unlock as you progress.
But they also have a reward for you once you complete all of the gigs for specific fixer, right?
Yes.
Also,
that's-
chat is screaming for this to be on Game Pass. They are. I didn't pause that. That wasn't me. Hands
I
up.
was about to ask. Yeah.
Fiber, everybody, come on down to Minneapolis. Are you gonna be thrown off now, Kyle?
No, it's fine. It's still the audio seems to be working.
Actually, so
Okay.
that basically is an encouragement
there it is.
for you as a player to actually try out. There are new
Look, I was
rewards,
lying about the fiber,
that we have
everybody.
added a completely custom
Please
pretty cool,
forgive me.
rewards that we have added for you.
I'm streaming from
to
my
try
phone,
out
my cell
basically,
phone,
so
sorry.
that a fixer will basically contact you, and you know you will know what to do and how to get your reward from there. I guess we don't have to spoil it.
Yeah, and
I wonder,
it's
this
also
one they're
worth
talking about where you get
mentioning
an
that we
extra
added filters
bonus
to
from
the
like
map,
doing all the
so you are
missions.
not
Like,
overwhelmed
do I
with
retroactively
all
get that
icons
stuff?
of
I
the
wonder.
I don't know.
You can filter through them.
Yes, and the filters were visible.
It's gonna be
at the left
interesting to
corner
go
of the
and
map, just a
basically
moment.
have to redo my
So you can, like,
skill
cycle
tree.
through
I think
this
that's
and
actually
basically see
kind of
the,
incentivizes me to go back
see,
to it,
you
because
know,
then I can
side
kind of
content, all the,
relearn everything.
activities
Totally.
coming,
Yeah.
White icons basically. So let's
Hi,
say, you
Staffa.
know,
Thanks for being
vendors,
here.
ripper dogs, or
He's
whatnot.
representing the Minneapolis
So there's
Fiber in the
obviously-
community, so
Yeah,
thank you,
his dad
Staffa.
sent them as well.
Yes.
So it
Exactly.
definitely declutters them up a lot, so you can only see the most
we're going
important
home
things
now?
that you are looking for at the moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home now.
Anyway, as we are heading
Are they
to
gonna fix?
home,
I wonder if they'll highlight
maybe
like
we should
the
we
bed
should sum
area.
up a little
home.
bit.
And then you
Yes.
sleep on the bed.
Because
the
we
right
mentioned some
Ooh,
of the
let's see.
changes that are coming with 1.5, the combat AI as well as crowd behavior and drivers AI is getting smarter. It's
Yes, Matt,
getting,
this is next-gen
It
gameplay.
has more diverse reactions to what V does in Night City.
We don't know what
we
they're
also
playing
have
on
Driving model,
currently.
driving model.
Yeah, I don't know
forget
what
about
to say.
it.
Now we're
Of
not
course,
sure.
that's very important.
That's true.
But
would
also
assume
now
PC
we have
showed on.
working knife throwing,
Yeah.
which actually brings the
That'd be
whole new
alarming, but
playstyle to
maybe.
the game. We reworked a lot of perks and changed some stuff in the perk trees.
I have to mention one more thing. That
Yes.
not only combat is rebalanced, but also economy in the game. So
Yeah,
you
that's an important
rewards
point.
are bigger, you get more cash, and prices are also rebalanced. So, for example, vehicles are
Did you
not
feel
that
like you were always
expensive
low on money?
as in
Hanson?
wine.
I kinda
Honestly,
did
I don't
over the course of
remember.
the game.
I'll have to go back to that deepest dive discussion to figure out what I thought about the economy.
Choose between them,
I
right?
can finally get that
always,
achievement.
which wasn't necessarily a negative
Yeah.
thing, but I always felt like I was
And while
pretty
we
light
talk about
funds.
economy,
Okay.
I had to
think
save up for
Wilson
things
has
I
something
wanted.
for us, because look at his store. It's like all red-ish.
Ale.
It looks like sale. Looks
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Wilson sale.
Wilson is having a first sale. It seems that the inflation has hit him badly. So you can see here like a bunch of new decorations. Of course, we have like updated that bit. So what we can actually expect from Wilson now?
Well, first of all, let's just say that this is actually the first DLC that we are introducing in 1.5, because clearly we are adding some new stuff, and the new stuff are.
So pretty much, I sort of cheated before the stream, and I already visited Wilson. I'm sorry, but I already bought like 2 new weapons. So it's the guillotine in Umbra, but they come in like different colors, different rarities, as you can
That's
see.
for cute.
But I think we can do a little magic. Skip time again.
Yes,
Call for
so
the
basically-
restock.
So basically, he has 2 new rifles with different appearances. We've got new
Sure,
scopes
it's fine.
and muzzle brakes
More weapons.
that enhances ricochet bullets.
Yeah, so we have handyman.
Okay, so how does his shop work? Because like I see that after actually skipping this time and actually waiting a bit, it seems
Uncharted
that
Wolf,
his
I don't know if
stock
they've
has
said what they're
changed, right?
streaming
And
right
we
now.
see
They
this,
streamed
like,
console
new
stuff earlier.
Label, right, on those icons that basically communicate to the player that this is a new stock. But how basically the store works?
This DLC is enabled at the beginning of the first act of the game. We have to meet.
Yeah, for everybody just
Takemura,
tuning in now,
at
no
Tom Diners.
crazy revolutionary
Don't leave him
updates.
hanging,
People are asking like,
basically.
"Oh,
Don't
can you
leave
play in
him,
third
please.
person now?" Yeah, no,
Not
no.
like in the memes.
I mean, maybe they're saving that for the end. I don't
And
think so.
after this scene, we
You
get
can drive in
we are
third person,
informed
but like
by
I
Wilson,
don't remember if you
by
could
text
I think you
on
could,
third
Kyle.
person.
I think you could.
It seems like you could.
Yeah, because I think that's what people are upset about, is that you can drive in first person, but they wanted to play in first person.
Items from DLC.
Yeah.
So like, yeah,
And
run around.
when we visit him later on, it will be randomized. So
Yeah. And we can cheat that, as we see, like Amelia did, by simply skipping time, so he has time to restock on the guns and on the new stuff.
All right,
Okay.
Adobe.
Oh,
all
so
right.
that's guillotine, right?
Guillotine,
That's-
right.
Sorry,
Very urgent.
everybody.
Pretty sweet.
Audition is
But again,
failing.
like-
Guillotine.
I don't wanna
I
shoot
think
in
that
here.
I think that our players can just like after getting the update, just have fun with it and just check out. We don't have to showcase everything because we like to leave some secrets
Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
definitely.
undisclosed.
Don't leave
Exactly.
the release
They're
date a
nice
secret.
colors as well. So.
So you also can randomize them, cheat the time, like skip the time, and then you will get all of the new colors, like collect them all, right?
Yes.
As
And
we are
they were
moving-
not that expensive either, so you can afford
Yeah,
them.
as we are moving through the mega block, I just wanted to
Pop.
mention something. Like we have also done like one of the bigger quality of life improvements, which is
We don't know
actually
for sure,
option to
Matt, but it seems like
reject
it's dropping today.
holocalls. At the moment when anyone from actually side content in the game will call you, right now as a player you have an option to reject it before it was not possible, and in that case actually just given NPC will follow up with you with a custom text message. In case of actually bigger and more important NPCs, those will be more customized messages and so on. I will leave it for you to discover, but it was an important change for us to make.
So you
it is
can
actually
just
in
choose to
settings
text
that
people
you can
and
by
not call them,
default
just like
reject
real
some
life.
of the calls, like the police
Perfect.
commissioner or something.
NCPD dispatcher,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, dispatcher.
You can actually
Regina
set it
calls.
to muted by default. Exactly.
Okay, can I go home now? I want some
we've
rest.
done enough.
Okay.
Show us that
Are they gonna
bed.
call out the
It was a busy
bed?
day.
Absolutely, they're gonna call out the bed.
So what we have in the on home then?
Why else would they be going here, Kyle?
Well, I think, oh yeah, that's something that we definitely want to show you. It's being spoiled on the screen right now. So,
Not anymore?
not anymore. Basically what we added is the ability to change your appearance mid-game.
Exactly.
In the mirror in this apartment. So here we go. Change
Okay.
appearance.
I didn't know you
But
couldn't do
how
that.
I
does
know,
it
I
work? So
assumed that you
is
could.
it-
This
is
is
it
why.
just it, right? Like, is there anything more to it?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we have all the options that were available to you before, like when it comes to hair color or makeup styles.
Will they
in
show
the
nudity
character
on this
creator,
stream, Kyle?
But we also added a bunch of new new options for like hair or makeup and stuff like that. So as you can see now, we have a bunch of new colors. I think Amelia is gonna choose one of them
cool looking.
because they're they're beautiful.
Like
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
gonna
so just
go for this
exactly.
one.
Show us some new ones. So this is one of the new ones, right? Like I don't
Yes,
remember
yes,
this
yes,
one.
yes.
Tell me one thing. Do we have red lipstick finally?
I
have
will
that?
see.
Yes, we do. That's another one. That's another
Finally.
one.
Finally.
What's also cool that you can actually choose the style of your lipstick.
They didn't have red
it's
lipstick?
either glossy
I
or
guess not.
This is
matte, definitely. Yeah.
this is
Yeah,
just a
yeah,
reminder
yeah.
of all the
Red
things
This
that
is
game
what I'm
have.
talking about.
Yeah, I think glossy is also my choice. Yeah, that
And
would be
also,
something.
we have so many new beautiful makeup options for your eyes. Oh, as you can see, Amelia is quickly going through them, but definitely you guys need to check them out. And they're not only available here in the mirror, but you can also, like, if you decide to create the new character from the start, then it's also available in Character Creator at the beginning of the game, with an improved lighting. As we can see now, it's much more natural than it used to be.
Huh.
Yes.
Okay.
For sure. Okay, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, these do feel like patch notes.
Oh,
Okay,
heart on the
excellent.
cheeks, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have also added like a small
Like
touch,
welcome
like
additions,
more of
but
like a
not,
narrative
like-
touch.
Yeah.
Basically
Whoa, I
after
gotta go
changing
boot it
you
up right
can
now
see
and put on red
looking
lipstick.
at yourself in the
Right.
mirror. You know, just to give it more of a feel. Okay, let's. Exactly.
No,
Actually,
guys,
doesn't
we need you to show us your own like makeovers after you have the patch downloaded because
Sure, I will.
we're
Occurs
curious what you.
when?
I was talking to the viewers, but yeah, Philip, send.
Red lipstick. Red lipstick.
Get in the bed.
Let's jump on it. Okay, but it's so that was basically a second DLC as
Yes.
far as I'm aware,
Yes.
right? Like, but that's not
What?
all, right? Like, we
Yes, let's
also
go
have
with the
a-
third one.
The
We
third
also
one
have
is
a
right
third one.
here.
And the third one is a pretty big one.
The
It's
fourth
actually, no,
DLC
we've
is
been
climbing
talking
into
about
bed.
this makeover, and now we go to home makeovers.
Yes.
Ooh.
Easy shit.
All right.
Exactly. So we have added
this is
basically a
cool.
new website in your
You know, maybe my
computer
kid would
on
like
this
this now
apartment
because she
called
likes Animal
Easy
Crossing
Estates.
so much. I should
And
encourage her to play
here you
it.
have
Absolutely,
two different
Kyle.
options, as I can see, for rent
Does she like
and
nudity?
And makeovers.
renovations and makeovers.
I don't think so.
Okay.
We're gonna go for makeovers first because our V just got makeover, so I think the flat also, you know,
Is it just like color
Like
schemes?
requires
her?
one.
Yeah,
to
it seems
fit
that
the
way.
How
theme
deep
and all
you
that
can
stuff,
get.
and we
And
have
you-
6
Will
options.
will people
You know,
be sharing
Amelia, which one would
screenshots of their
fit with the
apartment?
pink
No.
and
When it comes down.
I
pink
don't
hair?
know. I don't know.
The pink flamingo one.
The pink Flamingo. Okay.
Flamingo
Oh,
City,
goodness.
sorry.
Flamingo City. Okay, so here basically after choosing a
10,000
certain
eddies.
makeover, you can see basically enlarged pictures so that you as a player you can basically see, okay, does it feel, you know, does it work for me? Can I express my masculinity fully using this pink makeover? You know, so here you can do it.
Okay, let's see it in the full glory.
Okay, yeah, let's look at it.
It's
So-
definitely
so it-
pink, and it's green.
But it cost us only 10k. So
You owe
so
me
that's not bad.
10k.
That's cool.
Okay, let's talk after the stream.
Okay.
Another welcome.
Right,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
as you can
Bring
see,
it.
basically, like
Add
the
to the
whole
game.
apartment
Nice, yeah.
sort of gets a pretty,
Sure.
decent.
Will it
I would
get me
say,
back in?
repaint.
I don't know.
And you have like, as we said, 6 styles, right? To
Yes.
pick from. Cool.
So whichever represents you best, you can pick one of those.
Yeah.
But there's also more
Get
on
in
the
the
website.
bird.
Right?
There
Let's
are
go
more
back. So let's go back.
I've never been more eager to get somebody in bed,
I'm actually
Kyle.
Basically,
super
this
excited
option-
about this one.
This option was for the players who really loved like the base V's apartment in the mega block, and mega building, but there is more.
So we introduced 4 new apartments for you to rent, and each of them is located in different place in Night City.
Cool.
So basically, whichever fits you best, whichever is good for your pocket, because as we can obviously see, the Corpo one in Corpo Plaza is 55 5K, so it's a lot more expensive than the other one in Japantown, for example, which is
This is all cool.
I think only 15K.
Somebody said just jumped in.
Yes,
How has it been
and
so far?
I'm gonna go for
It's
this
been
one
fine.
because you took my 10K and
a lot of little
I cannot
things.
afford Corpo Plaza anymore.
Oh,
I think all we kind of
Okay, so
yeah.
when we were actually looking into
could have
the
been-
design
could have been
of the
patch notes.
apartments for
Could have been
we
in
thought
emails,
about
what we're trying to
actually,
say.
Like, for the
yeah.
player to be able to express their
Which
own
is now something you can do in the
identity
game if
as
someone
V.
tries to
So
do a
let's
video
say you
conference
play
with you.
as
That's
V
right.
as a
Elect
corpo,
to
right?
just
Maybe
make
you
an
actually
email.
really
That's
want
right.
that corpo plaza and just really have
Definitely
that,
indeed.
you know, corporate life. Or maybe when you play as Street Kid, maybe you would prefer the Japantown and so on. I encourage you really to try out, you know, different apartments and see, you know, for what works best for you.
Oh no, they're leaving.
Okay, but
cowards.
I already forgot where I have to go, so I'm gonna check.
Yeah, so this is just one of the small quality of life improvements that we have introduced for you guys. In the journal, you have now the apartments tab. You can go there. You see all of those apartments with actually nice flavored descriptions. You can basically track certain quests, you know, to get there. You don't have to use the website though to rent the apartment. You can actually do it at the place. You have a separate scene, you know, that introduces you into it. Again, just a small quality of life thing. We didn't want to force.
Yeah, there are a lot of
you,
people in
you
the
know,
chat,
to run
Kyle,
to the
saying that like, oh, I got this game for
Yeah, so
$5 a while ago. I got it for $10. I've been waiting to play it. Like, it has been on sale like crazy over the last year and a half, and so it's amazing to think of just like so many people are just sitting on this waiting to go.
Enabled.
And maybe this is the
similar to
opportunity.
The Wilson Sale DLC. So after the beginning of the first act of the game, after Takemura scene.
Okay, so
I think we have a question from the chat from McBeefy.
What? They're taking one question?
Does Nibbles follow you home to the new apartment?
No, actually, Nibbles doesn't. And Nibbles does not follow you to the new apartment. Nibbles is really a keen of your apartment.
I don't
in
know.
The,
I don't think I got that. It's probably
in
a pet?
Megablock. However, Nibbles
I don't
also
know.
got some new secrets to uncover because this patch is actually packed with
God, we should remember
things
who
that
that
we
is.
won't talk about.
Can anybody in the chat
and,
remind us who
things
that is?
Are not even included anywhere, and it's only for you to find.
Yeah, let me know what they say.
We made sure that there's something for you to
They
find
say
regarding this
Kyle's
as well,
looking
but I
hot.
won't say anything more.
So there are
but
some
just
new
saying
Doesn't answer the
that
question
he
about
prepared
Yeah,
something that nobody
everyone's
knows
screaming
about
it, though. It's
even
really
in
weird.
The company.
I think one person and one QA knows what we did. So it's like
It's a cat.
Probably 3 people
Okay.
know about
I mean, I
it.
remember the cat. I remember
So
cats are
Night
rare
City
in the
has
city.
some new secrets to be discovered for you guys right
Okay.
after the patch.
And now,
We
now, Miles will kill us all.
Stefan
because
made me
because
feel
of
better.
fast
Said I played
travel.
400 hours of this game and I
Yeah,
have no
I know.
idea who
If you're
Steeples
watching.
is.
the time, you know, we have to fit all
You
of
get a
that
cat,
into
everybody
this
says.
short
Got it.
stream. But the next time we will be in Night City, we will definitely take a nice slow walk because
Because you can do it now.
Because you can.
because
we
you
can.
can, because we added a walk button, walk toggle to PC. So
Oh.
basically you
Walk
can
toggle,
now
walk
just,
toggle. Come
just
on,
walk
chat. Are you
slowly
with
and admire
me?
Night City while doing that.
Future is
There's a
now.
flex in Night City.
Yeah, you can flex walking.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
but
I thought they
it's
were
not
announcing
really
that
like
the
a huge
patches
feature
are,
or
like,
anything,
available
but we know
now,
you guys
'cause then you can
wanted it, right?
now
like it was a
walk.
highly requested. Of course, you know we have
Walk,
it
don't
just to
run.
Be sure that
Download it.
you can feel that we really
boy.
listen. But then we ended up in our new place.
Yes, we ready.
Drum roll.
So let's go and let's see it.
I'm gonna close my eyes.
Just hit the door.
Ta-da.
Get that
Right.
screen
so
out of here.
first time when we actually get to your apartment, there's this small video that will introduce you to it. But then, of course, you know, you can move around and actually enjoy the place. So I think here we can also mention work that our environment art team has been doing, actually preparing those apartments.
Okay, so actually, I can see that we have another question from the chat, and it's asking, do you need to pay rent for that or buy these apartments? And
on
the
that too. Is it a
answer
one-time
very
fee or what?
simple. This is a one-time payment for the apartment.
you go.
So you rent it, you pay it one time,
I'm
and
so
it's
curious
yours.
about them
So
taking
Corpo Plaza, you pay
some questions from the
55K
chat
once,
every
and
once
it's
in a
yours.
while.
This Japantown, it's a little bit
Yeah,
cheaper, just
maybe they.
15K,
I
and
don't know.
it's
That
yours.
is odd.
So it's-
Yeah.
They
it's
had
a
some
pretty
ready
good
that they
price,
wanted to
I
answer.
think.
I guess that proves that
very
they're
nice.
they're doing
When
it
Amelia
live.
was like moving
Does
through
it?
the flat, we saw.
Look, I
that
don't want to be
there's
some
bunch
crazy
of
conspiracy theorist.
interactions
You know, they
that
probably
we
are
actually
doing it all
added
live.
in the flat for you, for the player, for pretty much role playing. So let's check some of them.
Okay. Gonna do this.
Burning incense.
Yeah, so basically the interactions that you have in those different departments, those are small things, but they are all basically contributing to you as a player, to the feeling of really role-playing and being in a night city and really enjoying it. That's something that a lot of players really asked for, and we felt that it was, of course, a very reasonable request. That's why, you know, when working on new apartments, we actually added it.
Now, can
So we
play?
can also, let's play the guitar. Because actually the chat is demanding we play the guitar.
Okay, we play the guitar.
Johnny's gonna have some thoughts on this.
Sure, Mom.
What song?
How long is my
going to be like a Last
King.
of Us Part 2 situation?
The best
one? So the best one? Okay, let's
Then
play
never fade away. Is the
Someone's
best
asking
one.
how long my playthrough was this game. I don't remember. I'm sure we talked about it in the deepest dive on this channel if you want to check it out. But
here you can see
yeah, probably
design,
somewhere like
design from 80s,
35 hours. Probably. I think it was
like somewhere between 40 and 50.
Yeah, I think it was less than I thought, but I wasn't doing too much of the side stuff.
Work from our animators and cinematic artists, because I really like how they make.
We don't know if the patch is out right
fingers on
now,
a fretboard,
but people in the
because
chat
it's
say that it
pretty
has been
accurate.
updating, so it seems that way.
Right and left.
Yeah, you know, I
works
like I said, I
really,
put in the
really
disc in the
really
console late
accurate,
last
so
night, and it was
this
downloading a
is
patch. But then it occurred to me, I
small
was like,
little
maybe
touch,
that's the
but
patch.
I
I
like
just
it
never
very
downloaded.
Yeah,
play
that could be.
What else we have in the apartment, right? Because it was cool, you know, to sit down and chill and whatnot. But I think there is more that we have added.
Yes. So while we are showing something more, we have another question: whether you can own all of the apartments at once. And
yes, if you're very fucking filthy rich,
yes,
sure you can. Of course, there's no
Sure
limit.
you
You can
can.
actually own all of the apartments, so feel free to do it.
you just need enough eddies to do that.
Reza, North
talking
Carolina
about
says I
those
played for
interactions that we
170
have
hours to
added,
100%
there's
it. That's
more
good barometer.
things that we've
Thank you,
done,
Reza.
right? Because
You're a
some
machine,
of those
man.
actually give you buffs.
Yeah, but maybe let's talk about that one first. I think someone was asking about it. We have the stash right there.
They heard us. They heard us.
Yeah, sure, we can also really quickly talk about the stash. So basically apartments come in with the stashes, and here we have basically introduced another quality of life improvement, that all the stashes in all the apartments are actually shared. So now as a player, basically whichever apartment you have, but wherever weapon you will place, you can actually place it there, and they all actually show up on the wall. We paid attention to that because we thought it's important. A lot of players really love to collect all those guns on the walls, so here you can do it.
Like the guy on the
Also,
top, for example.
they are connected with stashes in players' vehicles. So
Yes,
this is the whole web of stashes in Night
So
City.
it's all together. Okay, now we can go to sleep and showcase you that some of the activities in the apartment actually give us buffs.
Yeah, for example, sleeping give you buff to experience points.
Is that what we wanted?
skills.
I was trying to think. I was like, is it?
Exactly.
Yeah, right? Because now you're laying on it properly.
More actually that
I guess
we will just
Look, Kyle, look at me. I should know what I wanted.
Talking about sleeping, right? I need to tell you
that's
about
for them to
something.
decide.
So we know that you guys are really loving the romances, right, in our game, and you're like really liking the characters. So we looked back in our romances into our 4 romance partners, and we introduced a bunch of new changes and improvements there.
Oh, they
And
fixed it a
one of
while
the
ago, everybody's
things
saying.
that,
Oh.
you can do right now is
No idea.
throughout
Look, we
the
played it at
development of
launch.
the relationships with
Yeah,
those
we're
characters,
hardcore.
you can actually message them way more often throughout the whole development of that.
We've patched
romances,
it so the
and it's
romance
done
options actually
differently for
love
each
you
character.
back now.
We paid attention to the personality of a certain character. There's a bunch of new things to discover there, which I won't talk about. I'm sure that someone will eventually.
PlayStation is not
find it
updated
and
yet.
encourage you to
Xbox
talk
is,
to,
apparently.
your partners.
Oh,
But
okay.
as you know, when you go, when you
Exclusive.
become a partner with someone, that place
Juicy
of
exclusive.
that person's place becomes a safe house, and that safe house has actually got some improvements.
Okay, so what happened there? Or we don't want to spoil that.
Maybe I don't want to spoil it, but one thing we can mention, maybe we can mention.
Hey,
the
Kyle,
option
Matt K in the
to,
chat's asking, is
when
this
you are
out
going to
today?
sleep- you as a
Great
you're a
question.
partner with
Excellent
someone, let's say
question.
Judy,
I've
there
never
is
heard a better
a
question.
chance.
Thank you,
I won't
Matt, for being
spoil
here.
how
We
it's
don't
done
really
exactly,
know.
but
It
there's a
seems
chance
like
that
it,
you wake
but we
up
don't
next
really
to your
know.
beloved person. And then there's more
We think that whenever
things
they wrap
actually
this up,
connected
that'll
to
be
this.
the big
Those are
conclusion.
small touches. Basically, it's nothing really major, but those are small touches throughout the whole storylines of those characters that basically make you feel really that you're closer to that characters. And also they give you like a proper sort of a continuation to that romance story arc. And I know that a lot of you requested that.
I mean, and it's just in time for Valentine's Day, which was yesterday, so,
Yep, exactly.
Perfect timing.
Not in time.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
I need a shower because I'm completely smashed. Because I drank all my whiskey, so I'm just gonna, walk in here.
Yeah, so this is one of the fixes that we have done.
Just in time for
which
yesterday,
means
says
Vi is
Richard.
actually taking her clothes off in the shower, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the thing. Like, I remember I went to Reddit at one point, and I was shocked to discover that you guys shower undressed, right? And, like that was not really something that came to my mind right away. But apparently, most people shower with no clothes. So we decided, okay, so we need to change it, right?
Don't tell me you actually shower in your clothes.
I do that randomly, just depends. But anyway, it was obviously an issue that we have fixed.
Start a sitcom, you four!
But
Come
also,
on.
I can see that the shower actually gave us another buff.
Yeah, exactly. We can see the buff, and also I think Amelia just passed next to the mirror, right? Amelia, maybe we could take a look at that, because one thing I wanted to mention is
people say this banter sucks. I mean, it's better than
that allow you to
every bit of fake banter from every Ubisoft video I've ever seen in my life.
Player, you also have the mirrors in all of the apartments where you can actually access the option to mod your own appearance.
Yeah. So right now, actually, Johnny messed it up a little bit for us.
Yeah, and Johnny says no.
But in general, all of the apartments have the mirrors where you can customize your character mid-game.
Huh.
Yeah. Johnny is here, of course, intentionally, right? Because like as his a long-time memory slowly leaking to your short-term memory, and your personalities are merging and whatnot, he basically starts appearing in the mirrors. So that's of course intentional. That's not a bug, as I've seen sometimes people claim.
It's feature.
That was of course intentional, and here in that case, from time to time, Johnny will appear, and you could see that Amelia was actually able to get into the modding of the face again and change the makeup.
Okay, but speaking of Johnny, we actually went through like 3 different DLCs, which are the new guns for V, the new apartments for V, the new customizations to V's look. Yeah. But we also added a DLC for Johnny.
Yeah.
And yes, we did. So basically, we added a few new photo mode poses for him. So now, whenever you are in the scene in his memories, when you are playing as Johnny, you can take opportunity and take some nice pictures with Johnny.
Exactly.
We did it, Kyle.
Because
we did it.
We know that they're like how to call it, like the virtual photography scene for Cyberpunk is really huge. Like we actually follow it.
It wasn't in the original game. You have to download it to get it, right?
Like watching fans' creations and what you guys can do and stuff. So now you can actually do it with Johnny as well. You don't have to mod everything. Basically, you can do it with him here.
Yeah, so those new poses will be available in the flashback quest, like I mentioned, where you are actually playing as Johnny. And come on, guys, show us what you got. We're really curious what you can create with that.
Exactly.
All right. So, guys, I don't know. I think we were talking for a very long time about those things. And
keep
this
going.
Is not
keep
even
going.
Everything that is going in the patch 1.5.
No, it's just a bunch of the most important changes, or changes that we wanted to show. Like the list is much longer, actually.
Okay,
yeah. Okay.
So let's maybe sum up. So we had a few DLCs coming your way. We have some extra improvements, and
there you go. There you go, Kyle.
We can also see what platform gets what, right?
Special
Yes.
headphone audio.
So the DLCs are available for
previously,
all
yeah,
platforms. Most of the bug fixes, improvements,
Stadia.
rebalances,
Still there?
stuff like that, also available on all possible platforms. There are a couple of things that won't be going to the last gen platforms because of the memory issues mostly.
Ooh, okay.
But in general, most of you will get the same. And here is a nice list
Like
of
no ray
all of
tracing
that.
on Series S. That's interesting.
And this is going
Yeah.
to be a pretty big patch with all of that stuff. It's gonna be around 50 gigabytes, right?
It's a chunky boy. Yes, like to
The one I was
say.
getting last night was
Boy.
like 50 gigs.
Boy.
Okay.
Chunky boy, yeah. So once the patch is live, most platforms will just get an automatic update, and you will be able to update the game and just start playing it on the new patch. There's one exception though, which is a PlayStation 5, because the PS4 version that you are now playing on your PS5 with backwards compatibility is actually a different version of the game than the PS5 version, which is next gen improved. So you're gonna have to go to your library and download the PS5 version manually.
Yeah, and it's
Smart
worth mentioning
delivery.
that you have to move your save from playthrough on PS4 version of the game to the
Ugh,
PS5.
It's so clunky.
Mhm.
Oh, I hate that
Exactly, and
crap.
then you can move only one, right? Like Philip from
Yeah.
what
It's so
I-
funny that
Yeah,
I always thought
that's right.
and
And
smart delivery was just like buzzword, but
Yeah.
after using both consoles for some time, it's like it actually does work.
Yeah,
much
it's
better
amazing,
on
yeah.
Xbox.
haptic feedback and adaptive triggers, and you can try them when you are driving cars, and it's also supported in weapons when you use them.
Yeah,
So
it's also like supported in like sex scenes from what I remember
Yeah,
because
Pavel.
I implemented it.
Pavel implemented this in
This
every
guy's a real
sex scene
rascal, Kyle.
personally.
I mean, I
They ran a
implemented
poll,
enjoy
do you
this.
shower
I
with your
implemented
clothes
enjoy
on
this,
their Twitch
so,
channel?
hey.
You
A
were
lot of
like
people
the
said
main
clothes
QA
on,
for this
58%.
He's
Huh.
a designer, QA, programmer.
Okay.
You're just running around with a dildo implementing that stuff into sex scenes.
Hey, I mean,
We
you know, like
Pavel.
I just have a lot of hobbies, you know. This is how it's called. But speaking about DualSense, there's more, right? Because there's also a speaker.
Yeah.
your favorite thing
we
happened.
use speaker in the gamepad on PS5.
So basically,
It was on the
anything that is
PS4!
happening in this
It
hack, like
sucks!
getting,
Stop
phone
using it!
calls, getting
It's on the
text,
Wii, if you
stuff
wanna
like
go
I
that,
know! It
will
sounds like it's still on the
sound
Wii.
will be coming out of the controller's speaker, so it's like closer to you.
And
Yes, exactly that.
therefore what?
Okay,
Therefore
so
what?
now?
Is what I want to say to every
Now
developer.
I think it's time to talk about.
No, 'cause it sounds
the
closer to you and it
difference in
sounds
modes
worse.
on
Okay.
next-gen platforms, right?
Yeah, that's the
60
important
FPS.
point.
So
There
we
we
have
go.
performance versus ray tracing. Our gameplay was in the performance mode. Am I correct?
Yes.
So basically, you can either choose between performance when you get 60 FPS or ray tracing with the RTX
Okay.
enabled. So basically, whatever you feel is more important for you when you are playing the game, you can choose the correct mode to go to. Easy as that.
easy as that. But we talked about next gen, but we also have something I think important for PC players. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course.
Oh yes.
We added something like benchmark. So pretty much, if you wanna, check how your GPU, your PC will actually perform, go to main settings, then press B as benchmark, and then you'll have a section of like a few dynamic scenes where the FPS is pretty much like constantly, counted. How it's gonna be with RTX on, with RTX off. With DLSS on performance, balance, quality, whatever you prefer.
cool.
Try them on.
That's cool.
Find the best one for you. Right now on the screen you can see that this is this benchmark is actually recorded. It comes from NVIDIA GeForce RTX
Nice.
3090. It's on 2K with the DLSS set on performance.
Kyle,
So
every
you
time the
can see
frames
the
go to
FPS
69,
in
you have to say nice,
top
because
left
it's the sex
corner.
number, so wait for it. Wait for it.
Aiming
okay.
to
Hey,
be,
get rid of that sex
you know,
number.
78,
get ready, get ready, get ready.
Oh, 79.
something around that on,
Well,
on this.
if you're freaky.
On the settings,
Right.
but like I mentioned, play with the settings.
Exactly, and I think that's the key always, to make the game work best. But Amelia, so that benchmark is available for both.
Yes, for all
graphic
GPUs out there.
Exactly.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Okay.
About technical stuff, one thing more. We support AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution now.
Yes. Finally, I've got so many questions.
Kyle, please, you're
all
peeking the
time about
microphones.
this, and
You
I couldn't
have
say
to
anything
cool
because
it.
I knew that we are working on
Please.
it, and I wanted to tell you, but I couldn't. But now I can.
Yeah,
Yes,
now
it's there.
It's there.
It's
It's there.
there.
It's gonna be in the game. Okay, guys, I think we are almost there. We talked about all the changes, all the DLCs, the next-gen features, how to download the patch even. But the question remaining is when to download the patch.
Yep.
So let us.
I think we can watch it.
Yes, let's watch it.
Let's watch it then.
It's a new trailer.
Night City? Man, I fucking love it. I was born here, I live here, and downright refuse to die anywhere else. What the?
Doesn't look safe.
170 people were killed in a cyber psycho attack shocks West Springs. This is N54.
Cyberpunk's safe to come back to, everybody. Here's our trailer about it.
Listen, kid. If there's one thing I can tell you about this city,
Is it the release
you
date?
either love it or want to burn it. No middle ground. Coming here is a crash course in the survival of the fittest, the greediest, the most vile.
Oh, that fella.
And most corrupted gonks.
See this badge? That means I can do whatever the fuck I
I
want.
thought they said patch. You said
Behind
patch.
the blinding lights.
This patch means I can do whatever the fuck I
You
want.
might just discover a beauty that can only be found here. Night City is full of love, friendships,
Oh, Jackie.
and family ties that run deeper than any cyberware eddies can buy.
Zapper dumples and filth. In some ways, Night City never changes.
Yeah, this game's pretty cool, huh?
Pretty hardcore.
It's the city's promise. Not everyone's buying it. But if you want to know for sure, you just need to try it for yourself.
Yeah. Woo! Available on. All right.
There we go.
Out now. Okay, there we go. Everybody in the chat. Put
We
your
did
hands in
it.
the air.
Whew. There are no mistakes there.
Yeah, exactly.
The patch, the next gen update, patch 1.5,
Yeah,
with
that is
all of
interesting.
this cool stuff
It's
that
smart,
we've been
honestly.
talking about since
For
4
anyone
p.m.
who's been hesitant.
is now available for everyone on all of the
Nice.
platforms. So guys,
Exactly,
can-
guys. No bullshitting. Just go and download it and check it yourself. Really.
Sweet.
Yes, and while we're
That's
talking
awesome.
about checking it out yourself, as you can see, we also released a free trial for all next-gen platforms, so PlayStation 5 Series, Xbox Series S and X. So if you still don't have the game, now is your chance to actually, go to the store.
Cool,
per
free
platform
trial.
and download it
I think
and
that's really
try it
smart. I think
yourself.
that's smart.
If you
For sure.
if you actually are happy with Night City and if you like it.
yeah, and what's important, if you
Or you can burn
try
it.
the trial and then decide, okay, I liked it, I want to buy the game, you can actually transfer your save to the full game.
I'd
So
hope.
the 5 hours, they
Good.
won't be wasted. You don't lose anything. It's
The switch
coming
approach.
back. You can continue playing on the same save.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
and
from like
I know that
technical-
like some of our players will probably prove us that you can even finish the game in
In
5
5
hours.
hours.
But I mean, that's fair. If you guys can do it, just go for it. Really, like, check it out yourself. Try it out. Love
Do
it or
it,
burn
that's
it.
fine.
Really, like, see what Cyberpunk is.
Yes,
You see someone
totally.
speedrunners
But, like,
beating
from, like,
Ocarina of Time
technical
based on the
point of view
Smash
as well
Brothers
as
Brawl
worth
demo.
mentioning,
It's gonna be like one of those
It's
situations.
gonna
Exactly.
be available for you for 30 days, like we mentioned, 5 hours, and it's gonna be available for free. As the patch is also free for you.
Yes,
Sweet.
right now. So this is everything basically. If you want to go and download the game right now, the patch 1.5.
Everything's
you
great,
can,
Kyle.
You can just do it because it's already live.
Except
And in the
why
meantime,
now?
if you
This
are
feels like the
looking to
worst week
get real into
you
all
could
of the
possibly
changes
try to get people
Oh,
playing this thing again.
yeah.
Like Elden Ring and Horizon are just
which we weren't able to tell you
consuming the
about
world.
all of
Like,
them in the stream.
hopefully people go back to it.
The
I guess
patch notes
Horizon
are
isn't
now
out yet technically, but
available
it seems like a
on
crazy time to release
cyberpunk.net.
this.
You can go and
Well,
read
you know,
them
they've
all.
always been bad about
Yeah,
releasing
but
stuff
secret-
before they should,
secret
so they
tunnels
wanted
changes
to.
you
That's
have
some
to
theme for
open the-
Cyberpunk.
I see. I see.
Yeah, exactly. That being
Yeah, it
said,
really
like,
does feel like a
during
funky
this stream,
time.
we have mostly
At least
asked
let
for,
Elden
like,
Ring get its feet
improvements
under
and
it a
add-ons
little bit.
and, like,
Right,
stuff,
right.
Or things that you guys have requested, or like
What is
some
the release date for
bigger
Elden Ring?
bugs,
Is it
let's say.
this month or is it
But
March?
There was actually
No, it's
ton of
next
bug
week, bro.
fixes that
Is it next
lots
week?
of
Okay.
departments have been working on for past months. And that is nowhere to be found on the patch notes. You won't find it there. You will actually only experience it in the game. We didn't want to like stuff the patch notes with like thousands of entries because that was pointless. We only focused on the most important things for you. So really the only way to experience that is to get the free trial or really
Gotta
put the
play it.
game and check it out.
It's also
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
Razzcast says the game's on sale right now for 25 bucks as well. That's pretty crazy.
The patch notes and enjoy Night City. Hope
Yes.
you're gonna love it.
Oh yeah.
Have fun, everyone, and I'll see you around.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope we'll see each other in Night City.
We won't. There's not
Bye-bye.
multiplayer yet.
Bye, guys.
You're still working on the multiplayer game. All right. By the way, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. You can always subscribe to MinnMax's YouTube channel. We'd appreciate it. And please check out The Deepest Dive on Cyberpunk 2077. It is evergreen content if you want a fun game club discussion that's, what, 3 or 4 discussions, Kyle? Kind of breaking the game up into sections and having a huge hive mind collection where we had hundreds and hundreds of people from the MinnMax community submit questions and comments and thoughts about the game as we went through it. So it is the best, most thorough discussion about this game on the internet. So use it like your own little travel companion throughout Night City. You can find that on MinnMax's YouTube channel. Or if you enjoy our content, you're looking for a reason to help support independent games media, you can support us at the $5 tier at Patreon at patreon.com/MinnMax. Kyle, how many ends are in MinnMax again?
2. There's 2.
That's right. And then you can unlock the podcast version of The Deepest Dive on Cyberpunk 2077. So it is a very convenient thing. Goes right in your favorite podcast app if you just jump in at that $5 tier. You also get The Deepest Dive on Pokemon Legends Arceus, Halo Infinite, and I'd argue like 15 to 17 other Deepest Dives that we've done. So we appreciate it. There we go, Kyle. Big conclusive thoughts?
Weird timing.
Yes.
A lot of little things, but I mean the big news of just like next gen patch is now live. Exciting. I'll check it out.
Hell yeah. Awesome. All right. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.